What's up guys, Tommy Bowyer here from Movie Rewind, and today I will be reviewing Casualty Series 27. So without further ado, let's get into it. The 27th series of Casualty contained 44 episodes and aired from the 18th of August 2012 until the 20th of July 2013. Now there's a lot to talk about with series 27, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Having rewatched it on UK drama recently, I picked up some stuff which I didn't see the first time I saw it, so let's just get on and talk about it. So series 27, this was the one that I was most excited about rewatching because I can't remember that much about it, and having rewatched it, I can understand why. Series 27 is not as memorable as other series of Casualty, and I think I know why. Series of Casualty usually have massive plot narratives which go throughout the series. An example would be the school shooting at the start of Series 25, because that brought the EDs, how they functioned, into question. And a lot of the series was about trying to rebuild the trust between patients and the ED after the shooting. So that was a massive plot point which affected the entire duration of Series 25. Series 27 doesn't really have that. There's not exactly loads of standout episodes in Series 27. What Series 27 is a very character-focused series. We see the characters going on their individual storylines. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, far from. You know, you can have well-done character-driven storylines. Series 27, it's a mixed bag. Some of the character storylines are really interesting and very engaging. Others just feel a bit out there and leave a lot to be desired in terms of how they're concluded. I can't really fault any of the actors involved. They're amazing in their roles. But the writing and the storylines of Series 27 left a little to be desired, I would say. Now, if a series is going to primarily focus on its characters, then it's important that the characters that get the limelight are outstanding. And that's why it's great that consultant Zoe Hannah dominates Series 27. Of course, she's appointed acting clinical lead at the start of this series once Nick Jordan departs at the finale of Series 26. And I have to say, it's great to see a character who's not exactly the best placed person to be clinical lead eventually grow into the role. You know, at the start of the series we see that Zoe is struggling with the workload, making difficult decisions. She often feels like she's being bogged down by bureaucracy instead of focusing on the patients. But by the end of the series you see that she's grown in confidence, and that's great to see because Zoe is such a likeable character, and it's good to see her have some responsibility but also show that she can be a clinical lead when she puts her mind to it. So that's great to see. I do like Zoe's story arc throughout this series. A couple of the new characters introduced. We get 4 new student nurses. Well, when I say 4, Ali Hunter only lasts 2 episodes in the role. But I have to say, I like Ali's storyline because it shows that not everyone is cut out to be a nurse, and especially an ED nurse where they come face to face with life and death on a daily basis. So I think Ali's 2-episode storyline was actually done quite well. The others, Jamie, Robin and Aoife, I like them to varying degrees. Aoife, I think, had a lot of potential. It's very sad she got written out by the end of this series. Robin is very likeable in Series 27, and it's great to see her grow into her nursing role. The best student nurse is Jamie. His name is Jamie Collier, which many of you will know means he's related to Jeff Collier. He's Jeff's nephew. Jamie comes out as gay in this series, and I like how it's not a massive plot point. Like, he just says, I'm gay. Jeff accepts him, and then that's it. Because, you know, it's the 21st century. Homosexuality shouldn't be a massive thing. We should just accept it, you know, as something that happens. So I like that they don't spend too much time on Jamie's sexuality because, of course, that's not the only thing that defines him as a character. Now, some of the departures in Series 27 are actually done pretty well. Dylan Keogh, fan favourite, departed in the Christmas episode. Even though Dylan returned in later series, his departure in Series 27, it still brings a tear to my eye. It's something about the Christmas setting. It's the fact that he leaves because he knows Sam will never love him the way he loves her. So it's a very emotional exit. Speaking of emotional exits, Nick Jordan, he's been you know, a fan favourite for the past 4 years. He was on the show. His departure is done very well. It's different from Dylan's in the sense that his love interest, Yvonne, ends up dying. And he's confronted with her murderer, and he could just choose to walk away and not save this guy's life. But in the end, his morals as a doctor take over, and he saves this murderer's life. And then he decides, I've had enough of the ED, it's time to move on. And there's a very touching scene between him and Zoe, as it kind of feels like a passing over, in the sense that he just gives her his keys and is like, it's all yours now. So I really like that scene. I think it cements Nick's departure, as well as Zoe taking over for the future. Speaking of departures, some characters' exits could have been better. Nurse Linda Andrews, who I really enjoyed in Series 26, just gets a new job and leaves. And I don't know why, I just felt they treated her a bit poorly. They could have given her an exciting or even emotional exit, but no, she just kind of quits her job, gets a new job, and then that's it, she's off. And Lloyd, once again, he's a nurse. He decides to go and train up as a doctor. And then he goes off, and I don't know why Lloyd's departure is better than Linda's, but I just feel with these two characters, their exits could have been a little better. I don't know why, I just feel like you could have done more with those characters' exits. You know, you had the potential there. And I almost forgot, massive character that returns in Series 27 is Martin Ash Ashford. Now, Ash hadn't appeared in Casualty since the 90s, but he's not a nurse this time. He comes back as a consultant. And I always get excited when they bring a character who's been away for like over a decade. You're always concerned, oh, you know, are they going to still fit in, or, you know, are they past it, you know? But Ash, he just fills the void left by Dylan and Nick's departures. I love his working relationship with Zoe. If you ask me, there are hints of chemistry there. I don't know if the writers decided that it weren't worth pursuing a relationship with them both, but you know what, there is clear chemistry there, so it would have been interesting to see if anything developed there. But Ash is a great character. I also love his friendship with Charlie. They go back a long time, so it's always great to see Charlie have a solid friendship in the ED. Storylines for Series 27 are a mixed bag, I would say. You've got really good ones like Big Mac's heart attack, which are actually very dramatic and exciting episodes. But I also like his recovery storyline, how he starts to reassess his life after such a major health crisis. So I think that's great to see. We have the winter flu crisis, which is probably the one plot point which is, you know, part of this series. I like how Casualty deals with the flu crisis, because obviously EDs are affected by a flu crisis most years, so it's interesting to see how the staff cope with it and how they and ah over whether they should actually stay open or not. Do they protect their patients or do they protect their staff? So I like the questions raised by that storyline. Then again, some of the storylines in Series 27 are not great. We have Sam and Tom's relationship. I've never been a massive fan of Sam and Tom's relationship. I know they're actually, the actors are married in real life, but you wouldn't notice really from this series because it's always off and on, and Tom can be quite a jerk to Sam. He cheats on her because he says, oh, you know, we're just friends with benefits. So yeah, this relationship, I was never really sold on it. And then we get a really strange relationship, which is Tess and Fletcher's relationship. Fletch, of course, is a married man, so he's having an affair with Tess. And this relationship, it really confused me for the simple reason I never really understood it. I mean, there is chemistry there, fair enough, but it didn't make any sense to me. So yeah, there's some strange storylines in Series 27. So in conclusion, Series 27 continues the Casualty tradition of having powerful, character-driven storylines. When they work well, but when they're a bit out there, they sometimes come across as a bit too strange. So Series 27 is a mixed bag for me. Zoe is my favourite character in Series 27 because she changes the most from a very nervous clinical lead to fully embracing the role. We see some good characters join, we see some good characters depart. So I would say Series 27, it's an average series of Casualty. I can still sit down and enjoy it. I just don't remember it that much. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this review. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe in order to receive great and maybe even improved quality content in the future. Now, this will probably be the last Classic Casualty series review of the year. We started this year with Series 23. We've now managed to get to Series 27, so that's about 2 more series than I thought I would be able to review this year. So hopefully next year we'll review even more. I can't wait for that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in another one. See ya!